Now, skit making has definitely become, to be honest, one of the most creative jobs in Nigeria. I mean, it's opened opportunities for stars, for young Nigerians, and it continues to do this, especially within the digital space. It's kind of put a lot of youths into content creation mode. Some that you're just like, wow, just wow, and others that you just smile sheepishly at your screens. But regardless, it takes a lot of work to put these things together. Now, skit maker and singer Lawal Michael Nasiru Bolaji, you wondered who's that? Nasboi. Yes, he racks up millions of views from his posts, which are hilarious, but oftentimes send a very important message on social change.
I don't there for that Isholo side.
Sir, please, can you take me there?
Because I don't get work or what?
Sir, I will appreciate you.
All this when I talk of appreciation, I go follow you reach that place now, way far like that. Long. You begin give me 200 naira. Use your mouth to tell me what you go give me.
No, sir, I'll give you 1,000 naira.
Make them two.
Okay, no problem.
Hunger go kill person for Lagos. Hunger go kill person for Lagos. So hunger go kill person for Lagos. Make hunger no kill person for Lagos State. And then everything you say, bele chila, bele chila, oh, bele chila, bele chila, bele chila, bele chila, bele chila.
No be small worker. My brother, that the agenda be this. You can come out 2,000 make I go away.
Sir, I said Akonde.
Nasboi joins me on Arise 360. Nasboi, it's great to have you on the show. I mean, first of all, thank you for making Nigerians laugh. That's very kind of you. In the midst of all the chaos, it's lovely to have people who just put a smile on our faces and make us laugh. So thank you for that. How are you doing, Nasboi?
I'm good. How are you doing too?
I'm fantastic. So there's a popular misconception about skit makers. Oh, they aren't very serious people in real life. How true is this?
Don't I look serious?
I mean, I can't tell. You have glasses on. Take off your glasses. Let me see your real face. I want to see your real face. Nas, I want to see your real face. Hey, you see, you don't look like you see. You made me laugh. How can I take you serious when you already made me laugh?
No. So this is my serious face, actually.
Amazing. Now let's talk about the industry in itself, skit making. All through this week, I've been delving into various entertainment spaces. You know, I've talked about actors and, you know, the work that they do. I've spoken about music stars, P-Man, AGN. But I know there isn't like a union when it comes to skit making, and it's a deregulated industry. So how does that work? Knowing that it's deregulated, no one is going to ask how much you earn. You're able to set your prices. You can decide to collect 1 billion. Nobody's going to ask you why. You know, there isn't like or is there, correct me if I'm wrong, for you as one of the people, one of the integral parts of the industry, how does that work for you? Is it good or does it come with challenges?
Basically, I would say it's an amazing journey so far, right? And so the funny thing is we're actually discussing a union. We are actually discussing a union because I feel like skit makers are underrated, very underrated as compared to actors and musicians. And we're actually becoming... So about my charge, it's not something I want to talk about here. You could send me a DM, then I'll send you my rate card.
I mean, I don't expect you to talk about your rate card here. That was just like, you know, an example. But the importance of that, though, because as you already know, you started it, and now there are people who want to continue. But then there's also, with every industry, you know, there's a fear of people watching down the work that you do, which is why I want us to elaborate on what you said about that union. You know, what would it entail and what is the union meant for?
A lot of things. I feel like we're still organizing. It's not set yet, but suggestions like trying to handle the space. Because I feel like a lot of people are doing I'm sorry, but I feel like a lot of people are doing a lot of nonsense out there, and we need somebody to scrutinize them. We need us to know that, we need you guys to know that, oh, we are not part of these things, right? So we want a union that can control the kind of contents that go out there. So there's a narrative about skit makers. which is a wrong narrative. People say, skit makers, you people are always trying to use women to make skits. That's a lie. That's a wrong narrative. So we are about to change the whole narrative. We need to form a body who is going to help us, clear these things, who's going to make people understand that skit making is not about women. Skit making is not about showcasing body parts. Skit making or prank is not about putting people's life into danger and so on and so forth. So we're about to control the whole system. We're about to sanitize this. So that's what the union is going to do. So the union is going to help sanitize the whole unnecessary happenings.
That's important. I agree because, I remember I went for an event. I can't remember what event it was, but it was at Echo Hotel and someone walks up to me and said, oh, please, I'm a skit maker. Do you mind being in one of my videos? And I was like, you know what? I mean, that's fine. If it helps you get your content, let's see what we can do. And this young boy starts asking me some very vulgar questions. And I didn't know when I just started advising him in his video. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up your video. But to be a skit maker doesn't mean you need to be vulgar. Doesn't mean, but Nas, let's talk about the fact that this thing starts from somewhere. Once upon a time, we used to say comedy was disrespectful in the sense that when you're a comedian is on stage, he says things and then you ask yourself, should we be making jokes about things like this? There are no rules either way that guides this industry, So some people would still want to rebel irrespective of whether or not there's a trade union. So you, as one of the pioneers of the industry, how do you think your own style of comedy influences others? Would you say this is something that you don't do or this is something that you do? What are some of the things that keeps you in check?
Okay, so I'm particular about the kind of contents that I put out because I feel like as leaders of this industry, right, whatever I put out there influences the life of people. People actually look up to my content, so I don't think I want to mislead a lot of Nigerians by showing them nonsense. So I try my best to make sure my contents are very decent. I mean very decent. I don't just make you laugh. I teach, then I pass messages. I put out educational contents. So that's the idea for me. I feel like it's not just about laughter. I'm trying to sensitize the minds of people because a lot of our people in this generation are doing a lot of, I don't know, it's not something I would love to say exactly. But my contents, the plan for me is to actually sensitize the people around me. I have over 1.something million people following me. Okay, in the total platforms, I think over 3 million persons following me. So I would love to do my bits with my contents. Right, so that's why I'm here making amazing contents, and I'm making sure that I do my bits, and I don't do bomb videos.
You're trying to be politically correct here. Why? You're trying to watch your words. You're like, before they come and say, Nas said. I can sense
no. Nobody's going to call me out because. Nobody's going to call me out because I'm saying the truth. Because I always stand for the truth. It's something that I love to stand for the truth. So, but the thing is, in as much as I want to stand for the truth, I don't want to come here and start making people feel horrible, right? But personally, for me, I know that a lot of people make stupid videos. In fact, it's time to talk. A lot of people make stupid videos. That's exactly why we are trying to organize a union, right? So before some of these videos go out there, we should be able to tell you that, this video cannot go out there. So we are still working on the union. It's something that is in the pipeline. So that's what we are trying to work on. But for me personally, without the union, I'm trying my best to be a better person. I'm trying my best to be a leader by not making stupid videos.
I love that. But you know what, Nas? As much as you're trying your best, everyone started from somewhere. And everyone's looking at you today. Hey, Nasboi. No one might even remember your first videos, the videos where you were looking so skinny. They were just looking at this guy on TV with his shades, with his jacket. He's the money. No, but it's true.
Do you need to remind me?
No, Nas, I'm sorry.
It's just growth. It's not money. It's growth. It's not money. It's growth.
Nas, what are you saying? See, if it wasn't money, I tell you, if it wasn't the money, people will not be so eager. Do you know how many people are going to... Ring lights is probably one of the fastest selling equipment right now. Everybody's trying to get ring lights and camera because everybody wants to do skits.
So this thing is actually a wrong impression, no? Because I actually don't have a ring light. I've never owned a ring light.
That's ironic. Most people would say, if you buy ring lights, you buy your camera, your phone, you're good to go.
So I think my space is different. You know, my space is in TikTok. So I think my space is different. So that's why I don't need a ring light. I can shoot anywhere now. I do not need a ring light exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now let's move on from this and talk about up-and-comers. There's so many people within the industry who want to break into this space, but again, like you mentioned, that's one of the things the union is trying to do. I want to know your come-up story, Nasboi. I don't think you've ever spoken about it before. And, you know, some people might know you from, the Davido voice. Yeah, some people might know you from the Davido voice. That's what they might remember. Others might be your, the comedy, but it's like your come-up story. I have a strong feeling it's something that people should know about. Don't you?
Oh, okay. So I started off as a musician. I started singing in 2007. That's when I recorded my first song, right? So in 2007, I recorded my first song. Then it was just music, basically. Sometime in 2014, I got signed as a musician to Omotola Jalade, Nollywood actress. Yes. I was there for like 3 years. It was a 3 years contract, and it didn't really go as planned. Exactly. So sometime in 2018, I had passion for photography, so I decided to study photography. I did that for about a year. I was 2019, 2020. My friends said I was funny. Why not just do something funny? You know, music is not forthcoming at the moment. Don't you want to try something funny? I said, no way. I'm actually very shy. I don't want to do anything. I don't want any comedy. I was back then. I used to be the class clown. I used to be like really funny in class, right? If Nasboi doesn't come to school, then something is wrong. So my friends kept persuading for me to do the whole skit thingy. So I didn't want to do it exactly. So I started mimicking David, not because I wanted to create content. I started mimicking Davido, because I wanted to get his attention for my music. That was the intention. Not until I made videos and videos went viral, I had no option. Now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I know, right? Listen, one of the reasons why I'm happy you mentioned this, and you answered so well, is because I know 3 weeks ago you just put out a brand new video, and I was like, okay, this, some people would think, he's trying to just break into music. What is he trying to do? Stay in your lane.
No way. So that's an impression that everyone should cancel, right? I started singing a long time ago. You could just Google. I was signed to Omotola Jalade Kehinde, the Omotola that you know. I was under her label for 3 years as a musician, from 2014 to 2017. So it's no fluke. More songs coming out. Get used to it.
Get used to it, honey. Nas, this was great having this conversation with you. You have fantastic energy. And, I'm really, really impressed by your work. I'm looking forward to the work that you are going to do, especially with regard to those unions, because, like you said, we really, really need them. But thanks for joining me on Arise 360.